Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Becca from At Home in the Sun, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial of how to make these clear cash envelopes. On this channel we do cash stuffing and budgeting videos, and we do tutorials every now and then, and I'm really excited to be doing a tutorial with you guys today. So we're going to be making these clear cash envelopes, and they are super adorable. This is spending and groceries and kids. So if you're interested in learning how to make these, keep on watching. Okay guys, so here are the supplies you're going to be needing for this tutorial. You're going to be needing an inkjet printer, transparency film, and this is the brand that I personally use and I like. And you're going to be needing a laminator. I use the Scotch laminator, and I'll link that in the description below. You're also going to be needing laminating pouches. I use the 3 ml laminating pouches, also from Amazon, and I will link that in the description. And the fifth thing that you're going to need is something to cut with. Now, I decided to decorate my envelopes with these pressed flowers. This is completely optional, but I will link those in the description if you're interested in getting those, also from Amazon, just to jazz up your envelope just a little bit. So the first step is we're going to print off our lettering onto our transparency film. And for this part, we're going to go to the computer, and I like to design mine in Canva, and we'll go through it step by step, and then we'll come back here and put everything together.
Okay, so once on your computer, you're going to navigate to canva.com. You're going to come up here to create a design and click on custom size and put it in not pixels but inches. And our width is going to be 8.5 by 11 inches, and click create. Now once here, you're going to go over to the left hand side and you're going to click on elements, and in the search bar you're going to search for lines, and we're going to select this one, and using the guide we are going to make our line approximately 7.25 inches long. And then make sure your line is selected, and you're going to go up here to line style and change your line weight to 1. Now we're going to copy and paste our line to make a second line, and rotate that second line to -90 degrees and line it up. This is going to be on the right hand side. We're also going to shorten that line to approximately 3.5 inches. Now go ahead and copy and paste this line and move it to the other side. And copy and paste your top line and move it to the bottom to make your rectangle. Now we're going to select the entire box. We're going to click group to group those lines together. Now you're going to copy and paste the entire box, and copy and paste it one final time for 3 boxes on the page. And we're gonna move all of these boxes up just a little bit. Now you're gonna come over here and select text, click on add a subheading, line that up in the middle of your first box. Then you're gonna type in your category title. For us, this is going to be groceries. Now you're going to select your text, and now you can select your font. For today, we're going to be using a font called Golden. Now this font is available only for Pro subscribers. However, there are many fonts if you do not have a Pro subscription to Canva. Then I'm going to change my font size. And I'm also going to change this, make it a little bit bold. So I'm going to go up here and select effects, and then select the hollow effect, and that makes my text look bold. I'm going to copy and paste my text box into each box. Line everything up. Then I'm going to go back and type in my other categories. This one is going to be spending. And the last one is going to be kids. Okay, now our design is done. We're going to come up here to the right, top right, and click on share. Click on download. We're going to save it as a PDF print. And then click download. And then it will open up a box and ask you where you want to save it on your computer, and just select the folder you would like to save it in. And you can go ahead and click open when it is done downloading. Alright, I've opened our file. Here it is, all done. It should open as a PDF, and now we are ready to print it off on our transparency film.
All right, so this is printed off from Canva. So we have groceries, spending, and kids. So we are going to be cutting this out, and we're just using these lines as a template. I am going to be cutting off the lines completely so you can't see any of the black. And with our laminating sheets, I have this template. It is 7 1/4 by 3 1/2. I think it's a little bit under 3 1/2, but it's approximately 3 1/2. And so what I'm going to do with this template, cut out 3 rectangles from my laminating sheet. And our laminating sheet is 2 layers. And we're going to be using those 2 layers and basically sandwiching our lettering in between the 2 layers and to make our envelopes. And I'm also going to be using some really pretty pressed flowers to decorate my envelopes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out 3 rectangles from this laminating pouch, and we're going to be using these 2 to put our envelopes in when we run them through the laminator. So I'm going to put these to the side, and let me grab my cutter over here. All right, so I'm going to cut these out, cut 3 of these out, and then we will be right back, and I will show you guys how I'm going to decorate my envelopes. All right, so I have my 3 laminating pouches cut out using my template. So we're gonna put that to the side. Now on laminating sheets, there is a shiny side, and if you open it up, it is a non-shiny side, and this is what adheres. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this in just a minute. Let me put this to the side, and I'm going to grab my full laminating sheet here. All right, now the hardest part of this whole project is keeping these layers lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my laminator on over here. If you guys can hear any sounds, it's my laminator, so it can be heating. So we're going to take these. Now we're going to, let's do our kids category first. So what we're gonna do is place this between these 2 laminating sheets, like this. Okay. Now we do want to create a pocket in here, and if I just place it in there like that, the non-shiny sides will adhere to this transparency sheet, and then we won't have a pocket when we cut it open. So what I'm going to do is flip it over, and I'm going to take the back one and I'm going to flip it so the shiny side is on the inside. So that will create a pocket on the back of the lettering, and that's where our money will go. That makes sense. So now we're going to take these 3 layers and we're going to put them in between our full laminating sheet, trying to keep them together as much as possible. Now when we put them in here, I'm going to leave a little bit of space at the bottom here, about 1/2 inch we're going to leave on here, and that's where we're going to punch our holes to be able to put them into our budget binders. Now you can leave it like this, run it through your laminator and be done, and there's your clear envelope. However, I'm going to decorate mine with some pressed flowers. So I already practiced with some of these flowers, and I'll link these in the description. I got these on Amazon. I got some white ones, and I got some pink ones, and some yellow and orange ones. They're really pretty. And also it came with this greenery as well. I haven't opened this yet. And I'm going to be decorating my envelopes. So when you decorate, you want to put it, just lift up the first layer. And we're going to be putting our pressed flowers here. And this kit is really cool because it comes with these tweezers as well to help you pick up the little flowers and decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate this one. I think I'm going to do the white flowers with this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Like I said, I did practice beforehand to try to get like a nice design with this. So that looks really cute. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm trying to leave everything like lined up. When I practiced this before this video, these 3 layers got really off and the envelope looked a little crazy. So I'm trying to keep it as, I'm trying to keep the layers like even as much as possible. And actually sticking it right here where this laminating sheet connects actually kind of helps hold it in place. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is going to be spending. Okay, so when I cut this out with my big cutter, I did leave a little bit on the end that needs to be trimmed off. I'll just trim that off with some scissors real quick. Okay. All right, so let me grab spending. Okay, so we're gonna stick this in between these 2 laminating sheets. Okay, and we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna flip the back one shiny side in to create that pocket for our money. Try to line it up the best that you can, and then stick it, kind of wedge it right here, making sure if you're gonna put holes in your envelopes, you leave at least 1/2 inch between the 2 envelopes. So for spending, I think I'm gonna do the pink flowers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the flowers on here the way that I want them, and we'll be right back. Okay, that looks really cute. Okay, I'm gonna try to line these up the best I can. Make sure these are lined up. Normally when I make my own envelopes, I laminate 3 at a time and I put another one here. But because it's so hard to keep these together, I'm going to just do 2 and I'll do the 3rd one by itself. So let me close it and make sure that it looks lined up. This one's still a little bit off. Okay, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get for that. Okay, I'm gonna carefully slide these over and bring my laminator over here. I just use the Scotch laminator that I got from Amazon. I will link that in the description if you're interested. And I'm just gonna carefully support it from the bottom and feed it through. Okay, so I did run it through 3 times. I kind of have a cheapy laminator. It works fine, but sometimes when I make envelopes, I'll have a little bit of clouding, and I don't even know if that shows up on camera. I can see it in person, but it's really not bad. I'm not selling these. These are just for me, so the little bit of cloudiness doesn't bother me, but running it through several times actually helps take some of the cloudiness away. All right, so these are done and they're looking super cute. I really like them. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and do the third one, and then we'll get all 3 of them cut out. All right, so I need one more laminating sheet. So let's grab one more. Okay, and I did leave a little bit of this on here I need to cut off. Okay, so groceries is our last category. So let's sandwich this in between these. Okay, and flip it over, shiny side to the inside to create that pocket. Try to line them up the best you can. And we're gonna wedge this in there to kind of hold them in place. Make sure you're leaving some room at the bottom for your holes if you're gonna hole punch. All right, so for the grocery design, I'm gonna be using the yellow and orange flowers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the yellow and orange flowers on, and I will be right back. Okay, this is looking pretty cute. I'm just lining up my layers the best that I can. All right, let's close this. All right, it looks lined up pretty well. So let's slide the laminator back over, and we're gonna run this one through, and then we will cut out all 3. Okay, that is looking really cute. Let me switch off my laminator. All right, let's look at all 3. These are so cute. All right, so now it is time to cut these out. So let me grab my cutter. Okay, so when we cut these out, at the bottom, we're going to be leaving 1/2 inch for our holes. So you see the little bubbles where the layers are together. So we're gonna put that bubble on the 1/2 inch line as best that we can to leave 1/2 inch of a laminating sheet for our holes. And then on the side, find the bubble here, and you don't want to cut right against the bubble because that will open up the laminating sheet and we want to keep it closed. So err on the side of leaving a little bit more than you think, just so the envelope doesn't open up on the side. I left a lot. I might cut off a little bit more of that because I left a little bit too much. This side is good. I don't need to cut any off of that side. Let me cut off a little bit more here. Okay, that's better. And then at the top, you're gonna find the bubbles and you're going to cut into the bubble this time because you want an opening at the top. Okay. And so, did I cut enough? Let me cut a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now it is opened up. There's our pocket, and all of our flowers are nicely encased, so they're not gonna come off, on the inside or the outside. So that is nicely encased on the front. That looks really cute. Let me grab some money so we can see what it looks like. Okay. Nice. That looks super cute, and the money fits perfectly. Okay, we are going to be putting these in this binder in just a little bit when they're done. But let's go ahead and finish them all the way. All right, so that one looks good. Let's go on to the other 2. So let me just quickly cut them apart so we can do one at a time. All right, so for our spending envelope, we're gonna once again leave 1/2 inch of laminating sheet for our holes. If you don't want to hole punch your envelopes, you know, you can skip this part. Just don't cut into your bubbles. Just leave a little bit of space. So you don't have to hole punch. That is completely optional. Some people like to keep their envelopes, you know, in other places, not in binders. And that is, you know, do what works for you. All right, and let me see. I think this side is good. I'm gonna leave that side. All right, so let's cut open the top. Try not to cut into these flowers. All right, let's see if I cut enough off. Nope, I need to cut some more. I'm afraid to cut into these flowers. I think I put these a little bit too high. Let me see. Cut them off a little bit. Okay, nope, still didn't cut down enough. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get everything lined up just right. Okay, let's see. That opened it up. Okay. I did have to cut a little bit of the flowers off the top because I apparently put them too high, but it's okay. It still looks really cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, that one's done. Let's cut out the last one, leaving our 1/2 inch right here. And a little bit of space on the sides. All right, let's see. There we go. Super cute. All right, we're done with this. Okay, so now what I'm gonna be doing is hole punching and rounding the corners. These 2 steps are completely optional for making your envelopes. Don't think that you have to do this. It is completely optional. So I'm gonna go ahead and round the corners on my envelopes to make them look a little bit nicer. Okay, corners are rounded. They also, if I don't round them, they're sharp and they kind of stab me. So I just like to round them. Okay, now I'm gonna be punching holes in this 1/2 inch that we left so I can insert them into my budget binders. So let me line everything up and I'll be right back. All right, these are all done and they're looking super, super cute. So now I am ready to insert them into my binder. Okay, so I cleaned up my area a little bit and now we're gonna be putting our new envelopes into my high priority binder because these are high priority funds. So let me go ahead and open this and we'll do groceries first. And I did make these, and I still really like these with the rose petals on them. And I'm gonna keep them. I'll probably use them again in the future. Transfer our grocery money over to this one. There we go. Now I did make these a little bit slimmer than these. I think these are a little bit taller. So it's not as roomy as this, but there's still plenty of room for the money. That's really cute. Okay, let me actually get spending out next before I close it up. Okay, we got 20 bucks in spending. Move this over. And then kids. And move this over. Okay. So cute. I love to change it up. If you watch my videos a lot, I am like constantly changing things up. Changing my envelopes, getting new binders. I just like to change things up. Keep things fresh. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oops, there we go. Okay. Cute. So we have groceries and spending and kids, and we still have our rose petal ones and the rest of the binder. These are so cute, you guys. Okay, so I think my favorite one, it's between the pink and the white. I do like this one, but oranges and yellows are not my favorite color, so I think the pink one's my favorite. I love that. That's so pretty. All right, guys, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If it helped you, please give it a thumbs up and leave me some love in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for all things budgeting and cash stuffing. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.